guys, it's Amber, and today I am doing a video on my first semester of sophomore year experience. And that's a really long title, but I feel like there's a lack of like sophomore and college videos on YouTube. And I feel like sophomore year can be just as important as your first year, because I feel like sophomore year is the time when some people just either decide that, oh, I don't like college, or I don't like this school anymore, and a lot of people end up transferring. And it could also mean for you, it's your last year of community college and you're going into college, and I feel like there's a lot that goes on in sophomore year of college that a lot of people don't talk about, and the sophomore slump is so real. So I just wanted to put this video up and give you guys kind of an insight on like my life this semester, but I'm just gonna stop talking and let's get into the video. Okay, so I just want to first like talk about the sophomore slump before I go like talk about my semester. So the sophomore slump is a time your sophomore year where you start to not really know what you're doing with your life, you don't really care anymore, you lack motivation. Maybe you're changing a lot and like your friends aren't changing at the same pace as you, and it just seems like everything is falling apart and your life is literally a mess, and that is basically the sophomore slump, and you just don't know how to fix it. A lot of people go through it, maybe not the first semester, it could happen the second semester, but everyone basically goes through the sophomore slump at some point. Beginning of the semester for me was actually pretty chill, really nice. I was in all online classes, basically. The only class that was in person was my financial accounting class, which was a lecture, but it was lecture capture, so you could watch them online. And the only time I physically had to go somewhere to do something was when I had a test, and I had to go to a testing lab. So it was basically an online class, so all my classes were online. I was pretty motivated. I was using my Happy Planner a bunch just to schedule out when I was gonna do my assignments and what days I was gonna do stuff. I was doing pretty well at the beginning of the semester by completing a lot of my assignments. I had all my friends basically were friends that I had last year. I was still in Glee Club. My friend Willow ended up being in Glee Club with me. The only activity I was doing besides being an out-of-state mentor for incoming out-of-state students, so it's just freshmen, and I had like about 30 mentees, and my job was just to email them. I would text them sometimes, ask how they were doing, if they needed help with anything, and just stuff like that. Just simple things that like you would do as a mentor. I went to events and got to talk to a lot of them. Beginning of the semester, I also auditioned for a cappella for the second year, and I did not get in. And I wouldn't say that that was like a bad thing, because at that time I was also trying to rush Omega Phi Alpha, which is the sorority that I'm in right now. So I didn't get into a cappella, and I just decided I wasn't gonna audition for them anymore. And just like, if I'm gonna keep auditioning for something and you're gonna give me all this awesome feedback and be like, yeah, you're like so good, like you've got this in the bag, and then not get in, it's kind of just like, for me, it didn't make a lot of sense, and I didn't want to keep putting energy into something that I didn't feel was going to be beneficial for me. But it's okay, because I still have Glee Club and I get to sing and perform with them all the time. So then I did join Omega Phi Alpha. I rushed for about a week, I think it was 4 days, and it was so fun, and it was the best decision I've ever made in my entire life. It's a service sorority, and basically it's kind of similar to PAN, except we volunteer a lot more. So like you have 15 individual hours of community service that you have to do the semester, and then you also have pillars, which is where your entire, like the entire sorority, or for me, we were a pledge class, so our entire pledge class would do a volunteer event together. So you do a lot of community service, which is super fun. I love doing service, honestly guys. Like, it makes you feel so good knowing you did something to help someone else. Like, it's a great feeling. So I joined that sorority, I was a pledge, and then I applied to be the sisterhood chair of my sorority, which was super fun. I got to plan like all the events, and when I say super fun, it was super fun, but also very stressful. But like I did get to become really close with my pledge class, which is awesome, and I'm so excited for next semester to get to know all of the actives more because I got to hang out with a lot of them and they're all super nice and I cannot wait. Like I'm so excited for next semester. I guess like I'm in September basically. At the end of September was big like little week. Like you went on dates with the bigs that were taking little so that way you get to know them, and then I ended up getting my first choice Emily, which is awesome. If you watch, or oh my god, why can't I talk? If you watched my Vlogmas day 4, I'm pretty sure, or it was day 4, you'll see my big Emily in it and love her to pieces. You'll also see like my aunt and my cousin. And my G-Big Danielle, you didn't see her yet, but she's so awesome, love her. The middle of October is when all of a sudden I started to feel very down. I'm not really sure like what brought it on. Like I always feel like I have like times during the year when I get like really sad and like upset and I don't want to do anything, but it was just very random to me, and I say it was stress. Like I was friends with people that I was friends with last year, but also I was starting to hang out with different people more. My classes started to get increasingly harder, especially chemistry. Really stressed about my chemistry grade, and all the stress I think just weighed down, and I literally didn't do anything. Like I stopped doing my assignments, I stopped hanging out with people, I wasn't talking to people anymore. I just sat in my room, and at this point in life I also stopped enjoying music, I guess. Like I liked it, but it wasn't like what I wanted. I wasn't playing any music anymore, like, you know, because I was so stressed out and I had so many other things to do that like kind of like YouTube at a lot of points. Music also was on the back burner, which was really sad and was really hard for me. Music is like super important to me, so love listening to music still. I never lost the love of listening to music. It was more I just didn't want to play or sing out loud or perform or like anything like that. Like, so I also switched over to art a little bit just because when I was making my paddle, I found it really relaxing because all you think about when you're doing art is just the fact that you're like doing art. Like pretty much it was like really rough. Like I would say up until like December, I feel like the month of November was very rough. That was all kind of a blur for me. Like it was kind of just like a cycle of doing terrible in all my classes, not wanting to leave or talk to any of my friends, and just feeling like everything was like against me in the world. So that's when I started listening. I would say my music taste right now has turned to more like hardcore. So Amity Affliction became like a huge band for me. I guess now I'm on to like the end of the semester. The end of the semester wasn't that bad. I started hanging out with people a lot more. I hang out with like Molly and Lynn the most, and then like people in my sorority. I was finally activated into my sorority on the 4th of December. My finals weren't terrible, which is okay. In the end, I ended up with like decent grades considering where all my grades were at like the middle of the semester. I did not think I was going to be able to get them back up, but I did, which makes me really happy. By the way, the classes I was taking in the semester was financial accounting, computer fundamentals of business, chemistry, and human species. So it's okay because everyone has a bad semester. I know this semester in general for a lot of people was really hard, and a lot of people didn't do as well as they hoped they were going to. So I don't feel like too bad on myself. I'm in a pretty good mood right now. Yeah, just in general, I'm in a pretty good mood. I'm excited to go home. I was so ready for the semester to be over. Like, by the end of October, I was like, oh my god, like, can this semester just be done with and over? This semester, I didn't have a meal plan, so I was cooking more, and I want to cook more next semester. Eating out is super expensive. Like, not having a meal plan, like, I get an allowance from my parents every week, but, like, eating out for all your meals, that's like $6 a meal. It's so freaking expensive. So that's like $12 a day. Like, cook your food. Like, you can go to the grocery store and buy groceries for a week for $50. I went to a lot of concerts this semester, which is really cool. I think I went to 3 concerts. Yeah, I went to 3 concerts this semester. Hopefully when I go home this week, I get to see Pierce the Veil. It depends on if I'm working or not. I also learned that I don't like messiness. Like, I live in a mess, but I don't like dirt. I don't like living in dirt, like in filth. That's gross. If it's messy, that's okay. But like filth and dirt, not about it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you have any like specific questions about sophomore year of college, leave them down below. Give this video a thumbs up if you did like it, and make sure you subscribe to my channel because I'm trying to post a lot more, especially now that I'm on break. I can film all the time. I will just talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!